break 'em. I'm a Hall of Fame legend. They should go and hang my jersey.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Arizona Cardinals. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, baby. Turn it over. Get that ball. Get that ball. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
9 good yards here on the run, and now third down.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 15 now. Darnold, he's looking deep for Bell. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Third and long, it's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Ready. Check, check. Watch. Reboot.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Okay, ready? 22's coming, Mike. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man. Mike 22, over.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
Watch the safety creep.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken around the 12. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches. There's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
3rd and 2, Darnold. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. On the return is Kirk. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing now is Murray. He'll buy some time right. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Ja'Kai Polite in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. And Murray's still down. Maybe shaking up that go-around. Let's hope he's all right. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Just like that.
Darnold from the gun. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They started on the ground with Eckler. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Kill. Go ahead. Regular. Mike 5-4. All you get is a headache.
Here's Fitzpatrick. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Intended for Austin Eckler. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And he finds Seals Jones complete. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's get it. Hey, 180. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. And we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Fitzpatrick gets it to Meredith, complete. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Come on. Hey, Alpha.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
Not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Complete to Robbie Anderson. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Bell. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
54 Mike. Run your job.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's got him incomplete. It's Clay. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Check, watch. Hey, keep it up. Hey.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. And this is caught by Watkins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line.
What you got?
On 1st down, they go option to the right. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals push further out in front. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field, and of course for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now it's Darnold. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd and short. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Yeah, the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. They're going to go. It's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's caught inside the 30. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Well, 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
It's now 4th down.
The kick by Maher is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? But wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Let's go
ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. Let's see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Murray now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Banjo. Right there.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Murray now on 1st down. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Dante Fowler, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Here we go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. 22, jet, cover. 22, jet, cover. Who's that?
First down, Murray. Completes this one to Meredith. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Murray now on first down. This complete to the tight end, Clay. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing is Murray on third down. He'll get this to Eckler. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They're going for it. It's Murray. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Clay. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. Now, remember, they had 2 last week in the win, obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team, and he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Again, it's Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. On to stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. And it's caught by Herndon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice hit, boy.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Herndon, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have, and right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Gets it to Meredith, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Delta. Mike's by 4. We got it.
Shotgun now from Murray. And able to find Kirk, complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Check 3, check 3.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Right there, 54 Mike. Good track, good track. Shit, shit, shit.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Ready. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Who that? Who that? Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
From the gun, Murray. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. On first down, Murray. Flushed out right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jets have recovered. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Check cross, check cross, check cross. Check 4, check 4. Lady. Hey, lady. Let's go.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Henry Anderson there on the stop. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Mike 54.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Murray. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker C.J. Mosley there in coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rolling to his right. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist bump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Murray eluding the pressure right. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. They do tack on the extra point as well, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Back to throw it, Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but now it'll be third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Back to throw, Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And sensing the momentum may be changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
On second down, it's Bell. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. They'll go again with Bell. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
43 is the mark. 43 is the mark.
Now Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up second down.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw. Goes underneath for Bell. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to have a third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Open man is Michael Thomas. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Derek Barnett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Darnold now to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Cardinals, they do get the victory here in the season finale, but it was altogether a disappointing season as they wind up at 6-10. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Jets, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been...
Some product, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent